Hello! Are you hungry today? Well, you are in luck because I have snacks. I have an apple and a banana. Now, in this unit, we are learning about adjectives or describing words. So, before I eat my snacks, I want to describe them. So, let me start with an apple. Some words I can use to describe this apple are round, definitely. I think it is shiny. See how the light kind of shines off of it? And it looks fresh, right? It's not old, it's new, it's fresh. And of course, it's delicious. I love apples. Now, let's look at my banana. Some adjectives I can use to describe my banana could be long, right? It's pretty long, has a long shape. It's very ripe. Can you see? Look at all of the brown on my banana. That means that it's not fresh. It's old and ripe. But, of course, it's pretty delicious, I think. So, now I'm going to compare my snacks. I could ask the question, which is rounder? Oh, this is very easy. The apple is rounder than the banana because the banana is long. It's not round at all. I could also ask, which is riper? This is very easy. The banana is riper than the apple. Look at how ripe it is. It's very old, but the apple's fresh. And one more. Which is more delicious? Now this is more of an opinion question. I think that a banana is more delicious than an apple. But that's just what I think. What do you think? Which snack is more delicious?
Did you hear how I said the apple is rounder than the banana? Or the banana is more delicious than the apple? Well, I was using comparatives to compare these two things, using the structure the comparative adjective plus the word than. Some other examples are like the Empire State Building is taller than the Washington Monument, or Big Ben is smaller than the Eiffel Tower. Always using this word than. Now let's study some of these rules for these comparative adjectives. The first rule is that if the adjective is 1 or 2 syllables and ends in a consonant, we just add er. For example, small becomes smaller than. Hard becomes harder than. If our adjective is 1 syllable and follows this consonant, vowel, consonant pattern, we double the last consonant, that means make 2 of the last consonant, and add er. For example, big ends with the letter G, which is a consonant. So we make 2 G's, and then we add er, bigger than. Or hot becomes hotter with 2 T's, hotter than. Now, if the adjective has 1 or 2 syllables and ends in a vowel, we just add the letter R. For example, large ends in a vowel, or E, so we just say larger than. Just add the R. If our adjective ends or has 2 syllables and ends in the letter Y, we change the letter Y to an I and then add For example, in the word happy, happy ends with letter Y. So we change Y to an I, and then we add Happy becomes happier than. Now the last rule is the most different rule. It's very different. If an adjective has 2 or more syllables, we forget about and we write the word more, and then the adjective. For example, here's the word beautiful. Beautiful has 3 syllables. Beautiful. So to make the comparative, we forget about No And instead, we write the word more and then beautiful. So beautiful becomes more beautiful than. But remember, some adjectives, like the adjectives good and bad, have irregular forms in the comparative. Good becomes better and bad becomes worse. So these are 2 irregular forms that you need to remember when we talk about the comparative. All right. Now that we have learned these rules about how to compare 2 things, we are going to practice them. In this exercise, we have to look at the picture and then write the comparative adjective plus the word than. Now, than is very, very important when we talk about comparing. Don't forget the word than. So here's how this exercise works. We are comparing 2 things. So let's look at this picture. We see a little girl. She looks very strong. And a little boy who doesn't look very strong. He says, my sister is stronger than I am. Yep, that looks right. She looks much stronger than the little boy. So let's look at the second one here. First, we look at the pictures. We see a yellow bag and a blue bag. Then we read the sentence. The yellow bag is the blue bag. We want to know which one is bigger. So let's see, which is bigger? It looks like the yellow bag is bigger. So the yellow bag is big. Remember, it ends with a G. So we need to make 2 because G is a consonant. Bigger. And the most important word, than. The yellow bag is bigger than the blue bag. All of your answers should have the word than. It's very, very important when we are comparing 2 things. All right. Now it's your turn to try the exercises. Remember, it's very important to pay attention to the rules that we studied. And remember, when we use comparative adjectives to compare 2 things or people or ideas, we want to use the word than, always. Than.
Oh, yeah. What can I say? I think bananas are more delicious than apples. Even if this banana is riper than my apple. So, anyways, that's all I have for today. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.